But when we say exact same functionality, no. For example, in our feed management system, we do a lot of micro-engineering around every product data. They should reach out to the right team. There can be zero downtime in the performance.
Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. This is me Nidhi Agarwal in conversation with Amit Jivani, the founder and CEO of Simprosys Infomedia. So we are back again with another episode in our podcast series, and today we are going to talk about one of the most frequently asked questions by our merchants, which is using multiple apps on the Shopify ecosystem. So can merchants use multiple apps for the same function on the Shopify ecosystem?
The actually answer depends upon how would they like to use it. But when we say exact same functionality, no. But mostly apps are designed for a very small micro level activities. For example, in our case, our Google Shopping feed app, for which we are known, right? Merchants may have 50 products to sync with marketing channels. Let's build a hypothetical scenario. The merchant want to have 25 products processed by one app and another 25 products by our app. In that case, yes, I would say merchant can use multiple apps. So when we say exactly same function should not be done by two apps, that is the crux of the answer.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be defined at top level. It should be defined at micro level of every action taken by app on your store and on your any other kind of integration or marketing activity. Similar example can be like, yes, you can have your conversion tracking done by another app and feed management done by our app.
So basically that is different functionalities.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say the widely used scenario in our case is merchants use only our app for Google Shopping integration, and many others use it for Microsoft integration, but they don't use it. We have merchants using it for Facebook, but not in same proportion as our merchants use for Google and Microsoft. So proportion is smaller. In that case, they use other options for Facebook. So this is how it has to be. Exactly small, same micro level function should not be repeated by two apps. Otherwise, it will be an issue of accountability. Otherwise, it can be an issue of performance also. For example, in our feed management system, we do a lot of micro-engineering around every product data, every product. And if the same product is getting processed and submitted by another app, then there are chances that micro-engineering done by our app is getting overwritten by another app. Similarly, if the conversion tracking is done through our app, at the same time they are using another app for conversion tracking of the same marketing channel, again I'm using. If you are using conversion tracking of Pinterest for through other app and Google for our app, through our app, it's fine. But when I say exactly same marketing channel, exactly same visitor behavior tracking, for example, add to cart is being tracked by our app, or code implemented by our app, and same code is implemented by another app, then there are chances of conflict and merchants may have to suffer. So, especially I would say, every single small activity must be limited to one app. You can have 10 apps, no issue. But every app must not get into territory of another app's activity. And if you are able to implement it in a way that I am explaining right now, it is absolutely fine to have it.
Okay. So what are some of the possible scenarios where merchants might be using multiple apps?
As I said, conversion tracking is done through, let's say, Google and YouTube channel app.
Mm-hmm.
But they are using our feed management capabilities, our micro-engineering on product data. Right? Conversion tracking and is very straightforward activity. So they can use it. And even Shopify is also sending some notifications that you can use Google and YouTube for conversion tracking of Google Ads and GA4. Same thing goes for Meta conversion tracking for Facebook and Instagram traffic. You can use Facebook's Meta app for conversion tracking, but for feed management and for campaign, again, they can use our options. Other than that, there have been some commonly used cases like merchants are using our app for the feed submission of one country and another app for feed submission of another country from the same store, right? So as long as they are aware that no other or no app will cross the scope of the work of any other app, they can do it. And these are the possible use case scenarios. I don't see any other use cases which are potentially easy to implement. But again, it depends upon the technical expertise of the either merchant or the whoever is working with them in their team.
Right.
If they are able to implement it, they can have every single product submitted by every single app. So it is up to them how would they like to plan it. And even some merchants are using it for testing also, which one is more effective in the performance and all those things. So these are the use cases. You can have different feeds submitted for different countries to different apps. You can have conversion tracking or some other activities done by another app. We have merchants who are using product review collection done by some other app, and we produce their product rating feed, just product rating feed from our app.
Okay.
Right. So that is how it is working. And in the case of ProViews, I'm talking about the ProViews app that for which merchants use it for product review management and marketing of those same reviews. So they collect the reviews from other apps because they have been with that app for a long time. Their product rating feed production feature has been very expensive with them. So they use it. Product rating feature is used through our app, but collection is still used by the previous association, done by the previous association. And the reviews are collected there, imported into our system, and we sync it with the marketing platforms through our product rating feed.
Right. Okay.
So that is the case.
Okay. So say if merchants are using multiple apps, we can take a scenario, say for example, feed submission. If a merchant is using multiple apps for feed submission, so what are the challenges they may face in using both the apps?
Challenges again, see, as long as they are not technically sound enough to see what is being processed by which app, there is the challenge.
Okay.
They must know that, okay, X product is processed by A app and Y product is processed by B app. Or X and Y, both the products are processed by A app for one country and X and Y, both the products are processed by B app for another country.
Okay.
So as long as they are able to read it properly, they are able to implement it properly, even if they have to reach out to any other third party like our support team, they must be able to clearly explain this use case. Otherwise, even our support team will take time to understand because it confuses them, right? We, in most of the cases, don't know which other app is there in the setup. And when our customer support team tries to analyze the setup by just looking at our dashboard, right? We get surprised from where a product for another country is coming. So whenever merchants are reaching out to any of these app support, they must explicitly mention it that I am using your app for this particular use case only. And if they fail to explain or help the right team understand it, there are again chances of misreading the scenario. So these are the potential challenges. If you can't understand what is being done by which app, then please don't do it.
Right. Okay. So what can be the possible solution to this? Say, for example, if they are planning to use only single app, if they are already using two apps, say, and now they are planning to switch to one app,
Right.
What are the things that they must keep in mind while switching from multiple to one app?
First of all, we must understand what were the circumstances in which they decided to use two apps. Now, there may be a particular scenario that one feature is available from just one app, another is available from another app. And because of these differences in the options made available by those two different apps, merchants might be using two apps. So before thinking of consolidation, merchants should reach out to both the app developers that I am planning to switch to just one app. Can you help us migrate? Can you help us optimize our setup? So yes, it is possible, but before migration, they should reach out to the right team. And if they are migrating to, for example, our app, right? So they should have get their setup analysis done by explaining the proper use case scenario, and we can provide handholding in the migration process. And once it is done, again, they should be analyzing that store or following that store's performance for next 7 to 28 days. And our team can also do it. But switching from 2 apps to just 1 app, right? There should be a very, I would say, the high level clarity of why those 2 apps were opted for in the beginning. Now, why do we want to go for just 1 app? Is the, I would say, the options made available by just 1 app helping you to achieve the setup of 2 different apps? Sometimes it may happen that all the 3 apps are different provided by different app providers. Earlier, you may have app A and app B from another different set of developers. Now you are thinking of migrating to app C, which is completely a different developer. So pre-installation queries must be raised clearly, and post-installation or post-migration process, the setup must be followed for at least 28 days. That is the case. Migration is very easy in marketing feeds. It can be done mostly in half an hour's time. And if it is handled properly, there can be zero downtime in the performance. There are chances that it can have zero impact in the performance. That is the case.
Okay. So thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful explanation. So these were the possible challenges and the solutions if you are using multiple apps for the same functionality. I hope this conversation proved helpful to you all. So for more such queries or more such, information, please stay subscribed to our channel. And if you have more such questions, you can drop us in the comment section. Thank you.
Thank you.